The opening tip to the Bulls, and we're underway at United Center. And counted at the rim.
No doubt about where that one was headed.
Cavs at the controls. To Love. Oh, Carter with the blocked away.
That one's in the 15th row.
Huge denial. Clarkson. Smith to Anthony. Fires the three. Misfires. It's no good.
Ed, I'm going to gloat about my old team here for a second. Did you know the Bulls are the only...
Leaves his man in the dust and finishes at the rim.
Hey, look, this is a new wave. If a young cat catches you sleeping on the wrong night, it's definitely going to get 1 million+ views the next day.
It's Clarkson with the slam.
He got through traffic with ease, but if you're going to fully collapse the defense, you're going to leave wide open three-point shooters.
Bulls with the rock.
I got him. Here we go.
To Markkanen. Goes reverse to lay it in.
I love the drive to the basket there. Instead of trying to go around or over, go through.
Clarkson with the basketball. Down 4. Knocked loose. Love. That's a turnover. It goes the other way.
Now push it. Let's attack in transition so we can build this lead.
Finishing inside the paint on that one.
The pass was really good, but what I love most about the play, Ed, was that every player that ran in transition had active hands, which means they were active targets. They provided a target for the player to deliver the pass. That's how you work together as teammates.
To Love. Has a chance. Shot by Love, off the mark. Lets it fly from long range. The Cavs secure the rebound. Anthony to Clarkson. It's a turnover as they head the other way. Chicago basketball. To Porter. Trying to cash in. Levine's shot no good.
Your contest was great because of your proximity to the player. You forced his follow-through to be cut short, which made him short-arm the shot.
Off the assist.
In the paint, you need to finish, just like that.
To Wendell Carter. Converts in the paint. Nice finish at the rim.
They're going to have to find answers defensively and quickly because he's carving them up in the first quarter.
Clarkson with the basketball. 10-4 is the score. Here comes the screen. Deep 2 there. Won't go. Markkanen. Layup goes down. Well done.
Ooh, I'm not sure if he's part of the Jelly fam or not, but this young player knows how to adjust mid-flight, and he finished that shot with some crazy English.
Clarkson shot no good. Markkanen. Tough-looking shot there. Still gets it to go down.
As my mother would say to the defender, A for effort, F for results.
Wide open look, won't go.
You see, Ed, this is where coaches get fired. It's great to have good offensive sets, but if you can't execute, then the play was a failure.
Clarkson with the basketball. Down 12. To Anthony. Smith shot no good. in possession of Cleveland. Clarkson to J.R. Smith. Probing the defense. Love. That's no good. Has a look. Unbothered by the defense as he drills it.
Well, when you play for each other and not just for yourself, that's when great things happen. You essentially lose yourself in what the team is trying to accomplish. It's called unselfish basketball. And there's nothing more beautiful than rewarding your teammate with a nice pass and letting them finish for 2 or 3 points.
Cruises inside for 2.
Showing you why he belongs here in this league with the best of the best. Efficient scoring out of the rookie here tonight.
Knocked loose. Anthony up against Porter. Here comes the screen. Sexton. Turns and slams it down. Jay, perhaps that's a start.
Those kind of plays get me fired up. That's a momentum play. They look lifeless here in the first quarter, but a dunk like that can get your team going in the right direction.
To Markkanen. Carter.
Double team, double team, double team.
They've slowed down the pace. Now 3 on the shot clock. That pass stolen by the Cavs. Sexton. Pass down low to Carmelo. Yes, Carmelo Anthony. Missed his first. That one goes.
You feel that? I see the confidence building.
To Zach LaVine. John Henson swats it.
Don't stare him down like that afterwards.
Colin Sexton slams it down.
So many people think making assists is creating something razzle and dazzle. Sometimes giving the ball up early is the right play and the most efficient.
Markkanen slams it down. They have set the tone in this one.
I love when I see offenses come out in beast mode. You attack that paint, you get to the rim, inevitably the floor will open up for you to knock down some threes.
Sexton to Love. Slams it down, and there was no stopping him that time.
As a defender with inferior athletic ability, there's really not a lot you can do when you're outside the restricted area and you're caught lost in space.
To Markkanen. Porter. 4-3, and Otto Porter, no one in his zip code, knocks down the 3.
But it was how he created the shot. As a defender, there's a tendency to stand up when you stare at the ball. Offensive player recognized that, continuously moved without the ball. Bang, that's how he set it up.
Kevin Love, he's 2 for 5. Not great, but trending.
Old school equals high percentage.
To Porter. Steps through and scores.
As a player, there's nothing better than coming out in the first quarter and playing exactly the same way you played the last couple of days of practice. You're moving the ball, you're capitalizing on mistakes, and you really built a nice lead.
It's Chicago ball. To LaVine. Screen coming. To Wendell Carter. Porter. Tough make through traffic.
Usually rookies allow themselves to get sped up because they're so hyped to play against the greats. But you got a different speed to your game. It's called poise.
To Wendell Carter. Layup's good. Those are the types of shots you always strive for.
And that is the sign of an unselfish team. When everybody in transition thinks they have a chance to get the ball because you have a willing passer, somebody willing to make other players on his team look great, that's only going to force your players to play that much harder on offense and give you more energy on the defensive end.
Oh, Jay, he commands the paint this time down.
The 7th pick overall, Lauri Markkanen had an exquisite rookie season. Ending the year, all-rookie first team. Even executive VP John Paxson of the Bulls organization referred to him as the cornerstone of the franchise.
Anthony. Lauri Markkanen, huge block.
Sent a message on that one, Ed.
Hey, you got the screen right, screen right, screen right.
Now pass taken away by Cleveland.
Stop the ball, stop the ball.
Knocked loose. That's a turnover. It goes the other way. Chicago with the possession. And a nice finish at the rim.
Whew, I don't think anyone saw this one coming, but it looks like they're trying to send a message. Look into their eyes. They're laser focused. They're playing as if this game is tied.
To Colin Sexton. Lauri Markkanen pins it. Out of bounds the call. Last touch by Lauri Markkanen. Changes coming from both sides right now.
For the Chicago Bulls, number 22, Otto Porter. Stepping in
Nance.
for the Cavaliers, number 20, Brandon Knight.
5 to shoot for Cleveland. Anthony. Can't connect. It's no good.
2 minutes remaining in
And look out. Big finish at the rim. This is spiraling out of control.
And this is where you feel so bad for that assistant coach that had the defensive scouting report. You know he put in the time and effort to give you all the right tools to win this game. You've been caught out of position each and every time, which is the reason you're down.
Yeah, you don't want to make the boss unhappy. Down low Thompson.
Watch the cutter, man. Hey, go get that.
Short jumper off the mark.
See, the defender did a really good job. He stayed down. He didn't go and bite for all the head fakes. He waited until the last second to contest that shot. Way to know the scouting report.
Good job,
He
boys,
made
good
his
job.
first effort, but not that time.
That's me, I got it.
Knocked loose. And that's going to get out of bounds. So it remains Cleveland basketball. Time to adjust. Both coaches making changes on the floor.
number 5, J.R. Smith. Into the game for the Bulls, number 34.
For 3. Won't go down for J.R. Smith. Defense was all over him.
And look, sometimes you don't have it going every single night. Maybe utilize yourself as a decoy and get some teammates involved with your passing.
Full throttle. Right to the basket for the deuce.
This type of game needs to be celebrated. This is the type of culture that is fostered when you play with unselfish players. When you give up a little bit of yourself and you make your teammate look great, that's the difference between winning and losing. So when you see these guys smiling, when you see them giving each other high fives, that's because of the energy that was created from the pass. Pass is one of the most brilliant things we have in this game.
Now the Cavs gonna signal for timeout as they'll go over some tactics now in this first quarter of play.
Sending nominations for our community's Teacher of the Year. The winner will receive courtside seats and a halftime presentation in his or her honor.
Knocked loose. It's a turnover as they head the other way.
Why not? Let's keep the crowd in it.
It was right there. To Lopez. It's no good. Great defense.
You see, this is something that everybody has, but some people choose to use it or not. I'm glad you choose to use effort on getting around those screens.
The assist from number 20, Brandon Knight.
I got him. I got ball. I got ball.
Just inside the arc, at the buzzer. And so we're through one here at United Center with the Bulls on top. Jay and I back with more after this. Ed Cohen, Jay Williams with you as we...
Let's go, fellas. It's go time.
Substitutions, Cleveland. Into the game for the Bulls, number 11. And number 24, Lauri Markkanen.
A drive to the basket, but the shot rattles around and out.
Match up, match up, match up.
Beyond the arc for 3. Missed it.
You got it.
To Colin Sexton. Smith. count the basket.
Some players are just built to absorb the contact. He pretty much dusted that defender off like I was a bug at the park.
To Lopez. Robin Lopez. He's finally on the board. Makes his first shot.
Hand down, man down. You got to get up and contest the shot.
Sexton to Clarkson. Yes, and the foul. And a chance at 3 coming up.
So many times we get on the defender for quote-unquote letting the offensive player score on an and one. Sometimes there's a lucky bounce, but more often than not, it's the offensive player who makes the play happen despite the defender's best intentions.
To Chris Dunn. Nothing going here on that drive. Has a chance. Sexton to J.R. Smith. Oh, he blocked it.
This game is all about playing mind tricks on people. The offense is more worried about getting their shot blocked than they are about actually making the shot.
Count it.
You see, you can't actually get mesmerized by the ball. You actually have to focus on the dribbler's belly button. I know that may sound cheesy, but trust me, he can't go anywhere without his core.
Sexton to Clarkson. Can't connect from inside. To Markkanen. Here's a chance from long range, and the rebound taken in by Thompson.
Ball here. I got ball, I got ball, I got ball, I got ball. Cutter, to the tag.
Sexton to Clarkson. Going to launch beyond the arc. Jordan Clarkson hounded. Shot off the mark. Yes, and a foul. He'll have a chance at a three-point play.
The offense has very little to lose on those type of plays if they know they can, number one, create contact, and number two, still get the ball up. You need to assert yourself fully on the defensive end by initiating the contact and not allowing the offensive player to get that ball above his waist.
Sexton to J.R. Smith.
Right.
Nothing going here on that drive. Smith to Clarkson. Knocked loose. That's going to be out of bounds. Love. They'll get it down to Thompson. Tristan Thompson with the slam. Jay, you know the deal. Keep the touches coming inside.
As long as that defense continues to give you high percentage shots, you better take that every time.
Pass stolen by the Cavs.
You go back to the principles, things that we started working on when we were in first and second grade. It's called the shell drill. You stay down in the stance defensively, you try to deny the next pass away, and you have to communicate. If your conditioning is bad, you have no chance. But if you're able to do all these things together, collectively, you will be able to stop a great passing team.
Here I come.
I got help. I got your help.
Shut up.
Short jumper off the mark.
It's easy. Force guys into low percentage shots. That's the reason why we're big into stats. It was all provided to you before the game in the scouting report.
To Zach LaVine. And the basket good at the rim.
Well, they have such great flow to their offense this evening. The ball isn't sticking to one player individually. It's moving around the perimeter, and it's zipping. They're playing with a special cohesiveness.
Smith to Clarkson. The rebound cleared by the Bulls.
I'm here.
And the rebound cleared by Thompson. Deep three at the buzzer. A very one-sided first half of basketball as we are at halftime. Let's get you to Orlando where we say hello.
Fellas, back to you.
Cavaliers with the basketball. Clarkson out of bounds the call. Last touch by Jordan Clarkson.
I got ball. It's all me. That's me. My ball. Watch cutter. Watch cutter. Watch cutter.
To Levine. Markkanen. To Porter. The pass set it all up.
So much about passing is about the pace of the pass. Sometimes you need to dart the pass through the gap. Other times you need to have a feathery touch where you can loft the ball up for your player to dunk the ball. That pace is everything in this game.
Nothing going here on that drive. And they call it.
That's just a blatant foul. Maybe he's trying to make a statement.
That's his first personal foul. Team foul number 1.
Love to Clarkson. Knocked loose. That's a turnover. It goes the other way.
Maybe pace it right here. They got a big lead at home.
To Porter. Nice pass to set things up. Porter buries the wide open three. That's too easy.
I know the refs on the court all the time, but it doesn't mean they can see every play. Maybe defensively, grab his jersey, step on his toe, do something to kind of change up his pace.
Screen coming. Knocked loose. That's out of bounds off a ball, so this will stay with the Cavs. Love. A bad pass, and the Bulls have it. To Porter. Lets it fly from beyond the arc. And Otto Porter, so smooth. Catch and shoot, buries the three.
I know he's a volume shooter. I know defensively at times you have to take your lumps. Might be time to adjust the scouting report, though. Start denying him the ball.
Clarkson to Love. Shot from the lane won't go.
Let him out. Let him out.
To Markkanen. Down to 5 on the 24. To Zach LaVine. From long range. Zach LaVine forcing that one there. Well defended. Cleveland has the basketball. And he finishes at the rim.
Clearly not afraid of the spotlight here because that was not an easy look.
I got ball. I got ball.
To Markkanen. Carter. Knocked loose. Bulls come away with it. Markkanen. To Porter. Markkanen. Fires the three, buries it on the catch and shoot.
Yeah, and what we're seeing is a brilliant offensive display. You have ball movement, player movement, and great shooting to top it off. You get those three things going, you're going to be a dynamic offensive unit.
Time to shuffle things up. Anthony. Here comes the screen. Goes to the left side. Anthony against Porter. To Love. Anthony. Trying to cash in. Smith with a shot. It won't fall.
That's how you do it. You keep riding him to the basket, and if the refs aren't calling it, keep being physical. Keep knocking him off balance.
Clarkson with the basketball. Down a bundle.
Screen coming, screen coming.
Why even try that time?
I'm going to start calling him the windshield wiper, just erasing all the mistakes.
Trap, 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 trap.
To Markkanen.
I got double, I got double, I got double. Yeah, I got him.
Deep left corner. Fires the three. They have to keep him in their grasp.
This is a game of ways. As a defense, you have to recognize that they come and they go. That will not be the case all the time moving forward.
Now a whistle, and Cleveland is going to use a timeout as their coaching staff wants to talk things over here in this third quarter. Textbook body control on the Euro step.
Might have had an extra dribble or two there, but he got the shot in.
Get down, half court, here come, here come. I got ball, I got
To
ball.
Wendell Carter. Perfect feed to set up the basket.
I remember my high school coach said one man can't beat five. Well, I'm telling you right now, he lied. I'm watching it happen in person.
Clarkson to Anthony. Lauri Markkanen sends it away. That's his third block this evening.
Blocking so many shots only gives your perimeter that much more confidence to really apply more pressure.
To Markkanen. Nice pace, sets it up and slams it down.
I know there's that old saying that says one man can't beat five, but we're watching one man carry four other players. His back has to be hurting. Another big-time finish.
And scores.
Used to hear all these coaches talk about, we need players to run the floor. No, I don't need you to run the floor. I need you to run the floor with purpose. Those are two different things. When you run the floor in attack mode, that's when plays like this occur.
Substitution being made in this one.
Substitutions, Cleveland.
To Anthony.
Screen coming, screen coming, screen coming.
Just not going down. Bulls have it. To Porter.
You got him, you got him.
John Henson with the block.
You know why? I don't see anybody on the defensive end standing up out of position. I see everybody squatted down, really active with their hands. That's the mentality that will lead.
Stuffs it down with authority. Jay, let's see if that's a sign for him.
Well, he's been pretty much non-existent the first three quarters, but when you have a play like that, that can get the juices going, and that can help you with your offensive rhythm.
Porter. It's been a good night from beyond the arc. He's 5 of 6 from deep.
It's called room and rhythm, Ed. If you don't crowd him defensively, you allow him to have room, he will find that rhythm from behind the arc.
Little R&R has never hurt anybody, Jay. End scores. Strong take.
Well, the shooting has been spectacular, but one of the things that I've seen as the difference maker in this ball game is how they are catching the basketball. They're not establishing a pivot foot, which leaves the defense wondering which way you can drive.
Oh, ferocious slam inside.
And Melo will be the first one to tell you this. He's not ready to be a role player just yet. He can still put up points in bunches. Didn't shoot the ball that well last year, averaged around 16 a game, the lowest total of his 15-year career. Wow.
Count the basket at the rim.
I love the drive to the basket there. Instead of trying to go around or over, go through.
Hey, check up, let's go.
They go down low to Anthony. Yes, Carmelo Anthony. He's now 4 for 6.
That's lunch pail business right there. Don't worry about the no call. Keep powering through.
Here coming left.
To Markkanen. And count the basket inside.
This type of game needs to be celebrated. This is the type of culture that is fostered when you play with unselfish players. When you give up a little bit of yourself and you make your teammate look great, that's the difference between winning and losing. So when you see these guys smiling, when you see them giving each other high fives, that's because of the energy that was created from the pass. Pass is one of the most brilliant things we have in this game.
Knocked loose. Tough shot and nearly a chance at a three-point play. No foul.
You know, from a point guard perspective, one of the things that I learned when I played in the league was that the more I was willing to give the ball up, the harder other players were willing to run to their spots. The harder the bigs were running to the rim. The harder the three-point shooters were running to the three-point line because they knew they could be active recipients. And when they caught the ball, they knew exactly what to do with it.
Now the Bulls will take the timeout as their coach wants to get a word in with his guys here in this third quarter. Some lineup changes now for both clubs.
Into the game for Cleveland, number 13, Tristan Thompson.
To Lopez. Yes, and the foul. And a chance at three coming up.
And I love the smile on the face of the offensive player. Sometimes luck is on your side. I don't know how that shot went in, but and one.
Robin Lopez at the line for a chance at a three-point play. For his career, 76% from the line.
Yeah, I got ball, I got ball, I got ball.
To Anthony. Lets it fly from long range. Another and a putback slam.
And I'm telling you right now, there's always going to be a home for a player in this league for a guy who does the cleanup work around the rim like that.
I got ball, I got ball, I got ball. I'm here.
To Chris Dunn. Nice pass to get things going.
I'm not sure that wasn't an offensive foul, but take it when you can get it.
Cavs at the controls. To Anthony. Screen coming.
Screen.
Anthony. Off the mark. He loves the tough shots, but that one may be too tough.
I just love where this takes you into the psychological battle as a player offensively. Was that a great contest, or did you just miss the shot? But now you have me thinking about that the entire next possession.
Gets to the basket and scores.
Man, that may not have been a gimme, but that layup at the rim definitely chips away at the pride of the defense.
Knocked loose. It's a turnover as they head the other way. Dunn. Cashes in for two.
Strong finish. That's what you need, regardless of contact, focusing on the rim.
To Anthony. Off the mark. He's made those before, but that was well defended.
I'm not sure that the contest on the shot contributed to the miss, but what it might have done is seep into the confidence of the shooter that the next time he might decide to try to drive to the rim instead of settling for a jumper.
I got your help, Don't worry, get mine.
Just enough of a head fake to help on that one.
Great job using that shoulder to create contact with the defender without hesitation.
To Anthony.
1 minute remaining in the third quarter.
Cavs with 4 to shoot. Scores from the post.
Hand down, man down. You got to get up and contest the shot.
Chicago possession. Tristan Thompson sends it away.
Sent a message on that one, Ed.
Knight into the front court. His guys can get a 2-for-1 if they time this out. Oh, too much contact. Free throws on the way.
Sometimes when you get up big, you get a little careless. But attention to detail through the end, that's how you avoid unnecessary fouls.
2 for 2 on that trip. Tristan Thompson snatching it out of the air.
That's why a rim protector is a necessity in this game.
Not that time. He misses.
Come ball here, come ball. Hey, shot.
Shot from in close, no good.
Match up, baby.
I got ball.
Here comes the screen. Straight on 3. At the buzzer. Third quarter comes to an end. Nice cushion for the Bulls. The Bulls in possession as we start.
We got this. Let's go.
Substitutions, Chicago. Entering the game.
Hey, switch, I got him.
Sexton to Anthony.
Carmelo Anthony.
Yes, Carmelo Anthony. With that, he's 5 for 9.
There's certain guys in this league that should be put on alert status 24/7 because either they're posterizing you or that attempt can still be a poster.
Nice finish at the rim.
You know, it reminds me out of a story a legendary coach once told me. He said, if you ever get in a fight, you're not going to hit somebody with an open hand, correct? You'll probably break a finger. But if you hit somebody with a fist, what is that? That's 5 fingers working collectively together as one. That's how you deliver a knockout punch, and that's what we're seeing tonight.
No basket.
You don't want it. You don't want it.
Nothing going here on that drive.
Bump him. I'm hillside. I'm hillside.
5 on the shot clock. 4-3 and drains it.
Everything looks great when you shoot the ball like this. And yes, Ed, this team does have some issues, but they are all masked and camouflaged with this shooting display we're watching.
To J.R. Smith. Has a look. Oh, looks like everyone's getting into the action.
I wasn't necessarily sure which way that PNR was going, but I guess neither was the defense. That makes 2 of us.
To Porter.
I got double.
Shot clock's at 5. Down to 4. Yes, it drops. Little drama on that one.
There you go. I like seeing his scoring coming from unlikely sources.
Anthony to J.R. Smith. Down low Thompson. Tristan Thompson with the slam.
We call that get your money and put it in the bank.
Can you stand? He's coming. Can you stand?
To Porter.
You got him. You got him.
Deep right corner. Here's Lopez. Down low. J.R. Smith rejects it. And the reward, a couple of shots at the line.
I don't mind that effort at all. At least they're still out here competing on the defensive end.
Robin Lopez at the line for 2 shots. He struggled so far. Goes 2 for 2. Ball in possession of Cleveland. To Colin Sexton. From the painted area, won't go down. To Porter. A lot of contact on that play. He plays through it and scores.
Ooh, cool, calm, and collective. The 3 C's. His handles are effortless.
To J.R. Smith. They'll get it down to Thompson. Lauri Markkanen with a piece.
Here's one of the biggest secrets as we move into this new age of basketball, especially in the draft room. You have to draft players with size and length. That's the biggest deterrent for any team offensively.
Shot from the lane won't go.
Hey, big screen right there, big screen.
To Markkanen. He was smothered and still gets it to go down.
There's something to be said about a guy that can make the game easier for everybody else on the court. We call that dropping dimes, very similar to the way I'm dropping nuggets on this broadcast.
Screen coming.
Gotta come through. Gotta come through.
Right.
Anthony. And buries it. Jay, they'll take that any day.
And if you don't contest, he's knocking that down with ease.
To Markkanen.
Come on. Help.
Easy path to the rim.
Well, we got a chance to firsthand watch something be created. I think we just watched an epidemic of passing. I've never seen something like this before. It was so contagious, everybody started to do it, and it ultimately led to the other team's demise.
If that's an epidemic, sign me up. Won't go.
Trap.
It goes down.
Did you see the way that dribble freed him up? It created so much space. I did, but the defender didn't.
To Anthony. Big finish at the rim.
It's that easy, Ed. You never want to leave any doubt when attacking the rim.
I got ball. Let's go. Let's play deep.
And the finish at the rim.
It can only be one of two things here. One, the defender ran out of gas. Or two, this dude is just unstoppable.
Oh, whistle.
A simple touch foul.
That's his third personal foul. Team foul number 2. Chicago Bulls are in the penalty.
There's a pass stolen by Chicago. Runner's good there.
2 points. Take them any way you can get them.
The assist from number 22, Otto Porter.
Down the lane, but the shot won't fall. Just inside the arc, at the buzzer, the Bulls take this one as they cruise to win a game that was never really in doubt. That does it. For my partner, Jay Williams, and our entire...
The Bulls could not have been more dominant in this game. You ask?
Player of the game.
If you asked him, I'm sure he'd give the credit to his teammate and coaches. But at the end of the day, we know that he's the one that made the biggest impact on this game.